Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to Scar World, our creative house building world, where we're building our super awesome small modern house. And in today's episode, we are going to head on outside and work on the landscaping. So let's get our landscaping equipment all set up and ready to go, because we got some work to do, my friends. And the first thing we need to start to lay out. Oh, hello there, Bob the Creeper Building Inspector. That looks like you have some friends around here. But first thing we want to look at is our layout. So I just been doing just some basic kind of laying out, and I think I've come up with a good solution for our ideas for today. So my friends, let's get our clay and start working on our driveway. So what we're going to do is we're going to use clay for our driveway, just standard clay. And I think it actually is a really kind of cool design, and it's kind of underutilized. We used this in our original modern house, and we haven't used it since. And I really like it because it really creates a clean, simple look for, hello to Jelly, for a driveway, as you can see. And then of course we'll cut out these blocks along here like so, and we'll cut you out, bring that across there like so, and we'll drop, oh, hello. We'll drop this right there. We'll cut out this layer right here, and this will just make a really nice driveway. And I think I'm actually gonna dip it down just ever so lower here like that. And we'll get that set up like that. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. And I'm gonna push this back one block like that, carve it in like that, and there we go, my friends. We've got a super awesome modern driveway. Looking good. All right, so I'm gonna sneak back over here. I'm gonna sample a little bit of that. So as you can see, just straight across, really, really simple. And then for this, we're just gonna work this out. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll bring that out to about 5 blocks like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working that up to about 3. And then we're gonna do another 3 right there. And then we're gonna do, let's see, another 3 right there. And then I think we're gonna call that good. So as you can see, that little basic pattern going across there. Looking good, my friends, looking good. And I think we're gonna bump that up to there, and we'll cut this in there like that. And there, I don't know. I kind of actually just like it like this. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you guys think of that. But next thing we need to do is we need to lay out our fencing. So as you can see, from here, we did a space, and then we did 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I want to do is I want to space this out and just get a really basic idea on how our fence, and we're going to do a low fence to about, let's just say we go to about here. Actually, that's a good question. How about we go to here? We're going to go to here. We're going to bring this all the way across here like this and try not to make any mistakes. There we go. And we're going to call that our fence line. So we're going to call that our fence line. And that from that post right there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful, super awesome. So let me remove all of the green grass. All right, and welcome back. So one little change I made is instead of going all the way to that post back there, I decided to push it to this post. Same dimensions all the way across. I just brought it over here, and then I added all of the coarse dirt, and then I mixed in a little standard dirt, and eventually we'll have plants on here so it won't look so goofy. And then over here, I gotta push Jelly out of the way because she is taking up all the room here. So we just need to finish this last section right here. And there we go. All right, so next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna start on our fences. So the fence is gonna be something like this, and we'll put a little oak on the top. And I really like this combination, as the oak is kind of an accessory color to the rest, and I really like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that over here. And now I have a question for you, because I was thinking as I was getting this design prepared and ready to go for today, I was thinking, what would this look like? What would a gate look like across here? Compared to just doing fence posts. So yeah, there's a couple little options that we can do. Let's fly over here, and then I'm gonna shoot in a poll, if I remember anyway, into the annotations to see what you guys think of this design. So we're gonna go like this. There we go. Awesome, very cool. And then boom, bada bam, all the way across. So yeah, so that's option A, and then this over here is, of course, option B, and that is with the gates, and there's the fence posts on the other side. But yeah, what do you guys like? Do you like the, which one do you like? I don't know, it's a hard decision. I think I'm gonna go with this for now, but what you guys say in the comments will be the final thing. So yeah, let me know what you've got. But I really like the design of the basic shapes, you know, using the hardened clay. And then right here, we're gonna make this a little bit bigger. We're gonna bring this up to 3 blocks like that. There we go, looking good, my friends, looking good. And then of course, we're gonna run this up here, and I actually don't know what this looks like. You know what, I like that, but I actually like I like this better for the tall part of the fence for sure. But I do like the gates in the front of the house. And it actually might actually look good because then it's just kind of a little bit of a difference. For the transition down to the 1 block, I'm going to do 2 blocks on that side. It just helps soften the transition down from the fence. But yeah, I really like this fence design. I think it came out pretty cool. There we go. And bring this all the way across here like that. And I love a good landscaping episode, don't you guys? I love it. I've actually loved landscaping since I was a very young Scar. You know, my parents would have like all my brothers, you know, go out and start landscaping, you know. Hello there, Bob. You're still down there, are you? You know, when we used to have to go on landscape, like I actually kind of enjoyed it. My brothers, I don't think they enjoyed it at all. I'm pretty sure they hated it. But for me, I actually really enjoyed landscaping. I love learning the different plants and figuring out how to actually keep them alive and all those things. I always really enjoyed it. I guess that's how, for some reason, I do still love it in Minecraft, where we can, you know, do our terraforming and do all that good stuff across there. There we go. I seem to do mini scar fails over here, so I'll just fix those up. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. And there we go. We have our fences all set up and ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to clear this away for now. And then we're going to jump in here and start getting our plant life. So we're going to get a couple different plants out here. The things we're going to start with is a little bit of grass, a little bit of ferns. I'm going to clear this all out once again also. And then we're going to sneak down here in our magical inventory. We're going to take this and we're going to take you and maybe you. We'll see. We'll see. And let's just get started. So what I want to do here is give the little pathway a little bit of a breather room. So just give that a little bit of a breather. There we go. Put something there like that. I'm going to sneak over here. I'm going to do the same. I will do a pathway to the backyard along this railing across here. So I think that'll look good, but we'll do that in just a minute. And then I'm going to sneak over here. I'm going to do the same across here like this. There we go. Just kind of giving the path just a little bit of room. There we go. Awesome. There we go. See how we're slowly kind of introducing a little bit of green. We're just slowly going to introduce more and more. So this actually looks a little bit nicer looking. So then we're going to bring these across here. And you might be wondering, Scar, what is your opinion on the 1.9 path blocks? And I don't think I've actually talked about this before. Originally, I was not a fan. I will be 100% honest with you. I was not a fan. I was really kind of disappointed. I was like, what? We don't need this. No, Mojang, no. We need other things besides this path block. But I have really warmed up to it. You know, originally I was thinking, you know, like, that's what we'd like to do. We like to come up with unique path designs with what we already have. But what this allows us to do is actually use a lot of really unique things. Like in one of our episodes here at the house build, we realized we could make like an old fashioned like shaggy rug with it. And we could use that in a cabin or something. And I think that would just be absolutely amazing. And look at that. See how we're doing that? You know, in real life, you know, the ground isn't all green, you know, it's got a little variations of dirt and stuff like that. That's why we're planting so many big bushy plants. So we actually add that green down on top of the brown. And that, to me at least, is more realistic. So that's why I do choose to do that most of the time when it comes to this stuff. Okay, my friends, let's see what we can do here. So what I also want to do is I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to run this all the way across here. I may remove this layer of extra shrubs, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes in the end. But I'm just giving a 1 block radius between the fence. There we go. So let's pull back a little bit and see how we're doing. Very cool, I think. Very cool. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're just going to build some shrubs. And what's great about this is we can put lighting down below. So that's pretty cool. So we can just build a couple little shrubs, little custom shrubs, if you will. There we go, put those along there. And then these, of course, will give a little different color distinction from our main hedge plants along there. And, you know, you can just kind of bring them up like that. And we can even stick like a rock or two down there. But for now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move on to a custom tree. And what we're going to use for our custom trees is our standard Scar Oak design. That's right. So we're going to use our standard Scar Oak. So we're just kind of just getting a really basic shape to our trunk there. These, of course, will be changed. These are just placeholders for now, depending on if any of these are going to show. Most likely, none of those will actually show, so it doesn't look too bad. And I get this comment a lot when working with trees. If the leaf is placed by hand, it will not despawn if there is no log within the vicinity. So if I place the leaf over here, that leaf will not disappear. Originally, a long time ago in Minecraft, when the shears were introduced, if you didn't have a block, like a log, within a certain radius of the leaf, it would despawn. But that has since been fixed, and we don't actually have that. But I still get that comment a lot. So yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. And I know there's a lot of creepers on that roof. I know. Oh, there's 2 of them over there. This thing is, we don't have any current scar mistakes in the house. And the thing is with the creeper inspectors, they don't take no for an answer. They want to get paid, and they don't get paid if I don't make any scar mistakes. So that's why they're looking everywhere for scar mistakes. There we go. And see how we're doing this? There's not really a real rhyme or reason to my block placements. I'm just trying to find kind of a natural flow of the tree and just trying to get it to, you know, kind of feel natural, like it's kind of blowing in the wind. It's got a little bit of an angle to it where the wind has kind of brought it to one side. That's just a general idea of what I do. There's not really any like exact formula I can tell you other than just kind of feeling it out and seeing where it takes you. That's literally all I can say about custom trees is just kind of watch how I do it, go back to older videos, see how I made some of the other trees in this world, like our olive trees and different things like that. It's all the basic kind of formula. See how we do that? We just kind of randomly place blocks. These are not manicured blocks. These are natural growing trees. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So give me 1 second. Let me kind of catch my breath and I'll be right back. And welcome back. And as you can see, our flower bed is really coming together. Look at all the different variety of colors and things. Oh, I love it. Just have a small sampling of flowers in here, trying to be very subtle with the flowers. You never want to get too crazy with them, and it just looks kind of nutsy in Minecraft. So you want to really be subtle with them. You don't want to try too many different variations of flowers. So I like to keep the flower department very, very simple. And I think we have a good arrangement of them. Just some of the little white flowers and a mixture of some of the purple in the back. And I feel like that's a pretty solid flower bed right there, or plant bed, if you will. And let's move on over here. So I would like to do another scar oak right here. And I want to make this one just a little bit bigger than the other. So that's why I'm going to give this just a little bit more of a root system going across here. And then we'll just kind of work it up like so. So it's not too crazy big, but just gives it a little bit of height, just a little something. Like I said before, these branches under here don't really matter for the most part, because we're not going to actually see them. We're really going to cover most of them up. And one of the biggest things I wanted to mention about making custom trees in this particular tree is to work on little like pieces that kind of hang down, like those little ones that hang down like that. That's an important part of the tree to really make it feel a little more realistic, and it gives it that effect like it is kind of blowing in the wind. That's what we're trying to give it. We're trying to give this place as much kinetic energy as possible, and that's a good way of giving that slight feeling that it's moving around. You know, it might not look like that for everybody, but I'll give it, but you just give it some time. You'll notice after a while when you look at it, you're like, yeah, kind of does look like it's kind of moving around in the air a little bit. And I kind of like that, Scar. There we go. At least that's what I hope you'll think. You know, I can't say for sure. Anyway, let's just continue to move these guys across here like that. Looking good, looking good. And we'll kind of stick in a couple more of those like that. See how we're trying to make those things kind of hang down? But the question is, you got to think about all of the things that make it kind of move around. So you gotta make it feel natural. And that's such a difficult thing sometimes in Minecraft. I know a lot of people, when they look at some of the trees, like the pine trees we did in Hermitcraft or something along those lines, they say like, oh, my OCD Scar, it's going crazy. And that's how it used to be for me too. When I first started Minecraft, everything had to be straight and symmetrical. But I finally broke free from that. It stopped bugging me as much once I kind of like worked on it. I literally worked on that. I tried to make things not as symmetrical, tried to learn more about how to make things more natural. And boy, did it ever improve my builds. And once you can kind of get out of that philosophy where everything's got to be straight and narrow and all this stuff, and all perfectly symmetrical, you really can open your eyes to some really cool building possibilities. So yeah, I used to be like that. I worked really hard not to be 100% like that. I still am a little bit. But yeah, you can get over that. And look at that, my friends. We're really moving along. So now let's sneak over here and kind of work on the landscaping a little more on this flower bed. So like we did before, we're going to run this all the way across here. And when we started this, of course, we had a pretty kind of blank and pretty darn boring start, but I feel like we are really getting there. As you can see, I have made a pathway across here, just a simple little pathway. Nothing too fancy, just a 2-wide pathway leading across here, and that will help us get to our backyard, of course. Goodbye, Bob. Have a great time in that hole down there. Wonderful. All right. Oh, gosh, we got another one. We just had to trap another Bob the Creeper Building Inspector under there. Oh, I love it. They keep me company. I get bored, so they keep me company in here. All right, so we're going to open this up like that, and I'm going to call this the gate opening, so you kind of can walk through there like that, looking ever so awesome. All right, so how do we make this flower bed feel a little bit more natural? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mix in a couple things. So just be real subtle with it. Like before, we're just gonna do maybe 2 of these. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. And then we'll fill in a little bit of this. There we go, looking good. And now take a couple of these flowers and then stick them in there, just here and there, nothing, not too many. There we go. See how we have that subtleness? I like that. It might be a little heavy. I might move this flower over just a little bit, cut that one out, and then I might stick just a few of these guys back here like that. There we go. That's what I'm liking, my friends. That is what I am liking. So we're gonna stick a couple of these down there, and I can't get under these branches. We worked so hard getting those branches, but they are the most annoying things apparently. So as you can see, I'm just gonna run these all the way down here. No real rhyme or reason, just trying to keep things a little bit more green. That's kind of the goal, is to have a, a dirt base and then work on adding, our green life under it like that. Bring that across there like that. And then from here, you can stick a couple of flowers like that. Beautiful, wonderful. These are one of my favorite flowers. These are probably my second most favorited flower in Minecraft. The orchid's probably my favorite flower, but I love these because they can be used in any situation. Like any situation, those flowers are like perfect. All right, there we go. And right here, maybe even a rock. Like a rock would look good right there, I think. So let me just clear out a little space. And then if you want to make a rock, grab out a little andesite, grab out a little cobblestone, grab out that, and then maybe even a little smooth stone. And right here, I just feel like a rock would look amazing right here. So let's see what we can do. So we're gonna stick that like that, cut that piece in, move this one over here, put that on top, and why don't we do that like that? And there we go, my friends. We've got ourselves a rock. We needed a rock. I'm glad we put the rock down. There we go. And I just want to sneak another block like right here. Like we talked about in Hermitcraft when we made our trails, make sure you really make it feel like it's part of the landscape. Really add it into the ground like these 2 stairs. Really incorporate that into the ground. And I think that looks pretty good. And there we go, my friends. That is looking good. So give me one more second here. I apologize about taking too many breaks, but I just kind of need to catch my breath, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. And I think we are nearly complete. So around this corner right here, this wall is awfully boring. So what we could do, just do a little something here. Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry. We could do something like this. We can kind of maybe carve in something like that up the sides here a little bit, and just do like a little something around the windows, just a little something like that. I think can look really cool. And we can even remove this hedge that goes along here and, just do something simple, nothing too crazy along here. And we just have kind of a nice little hedge around the side there. A nice little kind of, just kind of carved it out in there a little bit. We can also even do it in this material depending on, which one you guys like. If you're following along, you can, choose which one, design wise you guys like a little bit better. So we can put those across there, cut those in there like that. And yeah, so there's all sorts of wonderful possibilities with landscaping. It's just whatever your imagination can create. There we go, get that across there. Oh, hello, put that right there. Awesome. I actually like this better than the green, personally. And then put those like that. And there we go, my friends. Let's do a quick little tour as the sun sets here over our now landscaped front yard, which is looking very, very cool. We have our beautiful front fence leading all around the house. Heading up our little porch here, we have lots of beautiful little details. I put some rocks in there, subtle little flower details under the trees, lots and lots of packed in texture and color via our different plant life. Let's move over to our driveway. Gently keeping an eye on the driveway. We kind of evicted her from the premises. I'll let you back in the house, don't worry. As you can see, we can walk over here, and Bob the Creeper building inspector is still making it very difficult to have our pathway finished. Over here, we have a rock. We have a beautiful tree with lots of little details, and I never can quite ever finish a tree. I never can finish them. I just keep putting more and more branches on them. But you can see how this leads to our backyard. We have our gate across here. Our nice little tree that makes up this wall look a little bit nicer. And there we go, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed today and were inspired for your own front yard design. And if you are building something similar to this, send it to me on Twitter. I'd love to take a look. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Details in our interior. So we got our kitchen, our living room, staircases, and all sorts of other great things all set up and ready to go.